what's up guys, Benny here, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5 is here. And as always on update day, I'm going to bring you all the major changes with the patch notes, a first look at the gameplay of the two brand new guns, the An94 and the ISO, with some potential setups that you might want to use. But as you probably already know, Season 5 has brought a ton of stuff to Warzone, and this video is going to be your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about the update, so you don't miss a thing and have a leg up on the competition. But before we get into the new guns in Warzone, 75.7% of you watching this are not subscribed, so go and hit that subscribe button and you'll get better at Warzone, I promise. So, as you'll have probably heard, 3 weapons are dropping with Season 5. The An94 Assault Rifle, the ISO SMG, and then the Kadachi's melee weapons. And honestly, they're all really good. So to start with, the An94 is described as a cutting-edge 5.45 x 39mm Russian assault rifle with a unique hyperburst feature, which is important to how this weapon performs. The initial shot from each trigger pull fires a rapid 2-round burst before perceived recoil is felt, creating a tightly grouped cluster with increased damage potential. This mechanism is fed by a canted magazine and a reciprocating receiver, which helps keep control of the recoil. Now, from my hands-on with the weapon, this allows you to snap onto an opponent and take them down very quickly if you're landing your initial shots, which is pretty easy to do because the gun, honestly, with the build I'm about to show you, has little to no recoil and was also a lot of fun to use. Especially in the current Warzone meta, I feel like the An94 can definitely be used and can compete with the likes of the Kilo and the Bruin from my first impression. So on the An94 itself, I was using the Monolithic Suppressor, the An94 Factory X438mm barrel, along with the Commando foregrip, 60-round casket mag, and then finally the VLK 3x scope. This is a pretty standard build for most assault rifles that you'll use in the game, but I definitely recommend giving it a go. Plus, the An94 looks pretty badass, especially if you use the Tier 100 skin that we'll be seeing shortly, which gives it black round traces. For those wondering, you'll unlock the An94 at rank 31 in the Battle Pass, and it is completely free. So even if you don't buy the pass, you'll still get the An94, which is pretty cool. Then the second weapon, which you'll unlock at rank 15 in the Battle Pass, is the new ISO SMG, which is described as a precision-crafted 9mm submachine gun with a fast rate of fire. This lightweight and reliable firearm is designed to control the close-range battlefield. Now, from what I've used of it so far, it is really easy to use, to be able to control the recoil of the gun at that short to medium range that you'll use an SMG. It's awesome, but my initial impression of the time to kill is that it doesn't quite pack as much as a punch as the MP5, for example, so it might not be in the top meta of SMGs from my initial experience. Though I'll definitely do some testing to see if a particular build makes it OP. Though what I used in the gameplay you're watching is the FSS Nightshade barrel, which has the integral suppressor, then the TAC laser before having the Merc foregrip, 50-round drum mag, and finally having the F-TAC Elite ISO grip. But like I said, it's easy to use, low recoil, and can drop enemies pretty quickly if you're landing your shots in Warzone. One of the most exciting things with the launch of Season 5 is the new map locations and also the launch of the brand new Easter egg, which I've got the first step completed already. Stadium as a whole is huge and has multiple layers within it. Perfect if you're wanting to snipe from up top or fight up close with assault rifles and SMGs within the long hallways around the stadium, and could definitely become a new hotspot. But what will excite a lot of you that are interested in the story of Warzone is the blue keycard that will spawn as floor loot within Stadium. You can then take this keycard to this door within the car park and it'll have a bunch of legendary chests and loot inside, which could be a great way to start a game. But it also has this computer, which has some numbers and images pop up, which could work in a similar way to the phones which were used to open up Bunker 11. But this is the first step of the Easter egg, and there are multiple rooms that you can open within Stadium that also have the computer in them. But it's definitely the biggest change to the Warzone map in Season 5. You then have the train, which I think is more of a gimmick, but is definitely going to be home to some epic moments throughout the season, and it'll also most likely be tied to the big mid-season event. Just make sure not to park your car in front of it. Then you have the interior of train station, which is just going to help with the overall map flow of that part of the map, and it also makes it a great starting location as there's a fair amount of loot and loads of different ways to get away from enemy teams if you get caught out or pushed by an enemy squad at the wrong time. Okay, next we've got to take a look at the brand new Season 5 Battle Pass, which has got this new artwork at the start. But when you go to buy it, you of course can get the Battle Pass bundle or just the Battle Pass for 1,000 COD points. So I'm going to go ahead and get the top one because of course I want to get those new guns as quickly as possible because the ISO or the ISO and then that An94 as well. The ISO you get at level 15 and then the An94 you get at level 31. So that's the ISO that you're going to want. It looks like an absolute beast of an SMG like we just saw, but like all battle passes, you're going to get loads of skins. You're going to be able to get like that finishing move which we saw in the trailer, which looked badass. I like how they've put like a raven in there just to kind of peck people's eyes out. I don't know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. But the important ones that you're going to want to know about, of course, at level 31 you get that An94 that we just saw. You've got a couple cool watches. You also throughout the duration of the battle pass earn COD points that can buy you the next battle pass, which is also really nice. You got some cool cooling cards. We go through here, some more vehicle skins. What else do we have? We've got some weapon skins. Like one of the big things for me, I always like animated cooling cards are really cool to have, and also then operator skins is something I kind of like to look at as well because there was a few really cool ones that we got to see throughout that trailer. But COD points throughout the whole thing. But the tier 100 reward this time I think is hands down the best reward that we've had in the game so far from all the seasons. So I'm pretty excited about that. But then what do we have here? We have the Black Cat, which is looks like it's an An94 weapon variant if you're kind of wanting to use it straight away with some good attachments on. If for some crazy reason you go ahead and buy the entire battle pass. But I'm personally someone that kind of likes to earn it myself. You've then got an ISO weapon build as well, the Conduit, which looks pretty cool actually, which has got but once again, that's not really a build that you'd want to use in Warzone. So I would kind of refrain from using that. Rank it up in multiplayer as quickly as you can. All that watch is nice, but I kind of prefer what I've got already. So the important ones, right? Oh, okay. Right, so we've got Rook, who is the tier 100 skin. Interesting, it's not Lurch. So in all previous seasons, normally you get a different variant of the skin that you get at rank 0. So that's an interesting skin. It looks very Shadow Company-like, and actually, because it's so dark, could blend into a lot of situations in Warzone. So it could be a really good skin to use. Now this is, I think, the best weapon variant we've had in all of Warzone history because it gets black tracer rounds on the An94, looks incredible. Then you also get the Veil helicopter, which looks pretty nice as well, before you get that Season 5 emblem, which is pretty cool. But that is the Battle Pass. And as always, there's a bunch of new floor loot weapons for Season 5, so you'll no longer get killed constantly by grey fouls. In total, there are 8 common, 13 uncommon, 15 rare, 19 epic, and 25 legendary weapons to find within Warzone throughout Season 5, and as always, there'll be more added throughout the season. Another big change with the brand new season is how the Gulag works. No longer will the Gulag weapons rotate every 8 weeks like they have done so far, but a new Gulag weapon set will be rotated in every week as part of the weekly update. So you'll have the things like pistols, automatic weapons, marksman rifles and snipers, and then one other which I haven't seen as of yet. But at least if you hate a particular set of weapons in the Gulag, they're not going to be around for long periods of time like last time, and the next week will bring a more favorable set. Next, in the Season 5 update, you get Mastery Challenges, where you'll work your way through different skill-based challenges to unlock unique Mastery cooling cards, which is pretty awesome. So if we head down to them, we had weapon ones in the previous update in Season 4, but here you've got ones for Battle Royale victories. So if you get 200 victories whilst playing Battle Royale, you will get a cooling card. But also there is one more step above that, which is for 300 victories, which will get you that animated cooling card that you can see below. So every single mastery challenge that you complete will get you a really cool animated calling card. So for plunder victories, you've got that. You'll need 300 plunder victories to get the animated one. For Warzone victories, any Warzone mode, you'll get the one with jumping out of the plane, which is pretty cool. C4 multi-vehicle multi-kill. Kill 3 or more enemies at once with C4 that is attached to a moving vehicle. So pretty much you'll want to throw a C4 onto your car, then throw it at an enemy team and then detonate it to kind of get a big multi-kill, which is pretty cool. Broken arrow, kill 3 or more enemies with an airstrike or cluster strike targeted within 10 meters of yourself and survive. So pretty much like run and hope to survive. Then you've got the Immortal Contract Squad. Complete your 5th contract in a single match with all team members still alive. I reckon that's one a lot of you will get pretty quickly. Then Ghost Ride the Whip. Kill 3 or more enemies within a few seconds of leaving a moving vehicle's driver's seat. Once again, get out, throw a C4 and blow another vehicle up will be a quick way of getting that one. And then Superhero Kill. Score the match-ending kill with an execution. That's the one everyone's going to want to get. And, you know, if you're playing with a team, it's definitely doable. But those are the new mastery challenges for Warzone. Another important part of the season, of course, is the modes that have been added to the game. One of the best being Mini Royale, which is actually going to allow you to get better at endgame because the entire mode is revolved around the final 5 or 6 minutes of a Battle Royale match in those closing circles. Now, if you want to become a better player, this is definitely a mode I'd recommend you start playing and practicing with because it'll allow you to practice those endgame situations, which can be pretty difficult and stressful if you do it for the first time. And really, the more you play in them, the more comfortable and experienced you'll get, which will help you win more games in the long run when you're playing the full Battle Royale experience. It's also a great mode to play if you don't have that much time and can't commit to a full round of Warzone, but doesn't really take away from the gameplay experience. So I'd love to know what you think about it down in the comments below. But one of the biggest surprises with Season 5 is there wasn't a weapon balance update, so we'll have to wait and see for that in a future update, which they did mention is coming soon. So a lot of powerful weapons will still be at the top from Season 4, with no current changes in Season 5. And another little cool feature though that's been added into the game with the launch of Season 5 is that you can now inspect your weapon in-game if you want to check out your camo and charms and how they look, and it's also perfect for a YouTube thumbnail. But there we have it. That's what's in Season 5 so far. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about Season 5 and what you're most excited about. Subscribe if you're new and click one of the videos on screen for more Warzone Season 5 content, and I'll see you there.